Okay guys, we have the last game of the night. We have a rerun because I really want to see this happening. This time the order is actually a said last game that I want you to see. Let's see if changing the game order helps them so much. Like keeping Ben at the start with Jhoira is good. Ace being second is good because all the stack speeds that he's gonna land mean that it don't affect Jhoira as much, but it will affect all the Freeze Thief players. Hey, let's see what happens. Players are shuffling, so feel free to skip ahead until the game starts. You're completely welcome to, and I encourage it so you dodge all the nonsense I'm saying all the time. We still have waiting on this. Damon is not really confident on his starting 7, so he's mulling in a few times. See what happens with that. I just hope we don't see another one. Turn 2 and Nos win. Please guys, please, give me a game. Give me a game that is more than 5 minutes. It took longer to shuffle up than to play the game. Let's see what happens. So... okay, so Damon also is skipping. Finally has his 7 that he likes. So, sorry, his 6. Ben starts with Prismatic Vista into Kraum, exiling Pact of Negation, and then cast Mystic Rainbow turn 1. Nice. That's good. That will make all the Freeze Thieves think twice before casting all the rocks. And Ace continues the game by landing a City of Brass into a Deafening Silence. And Ben gonna draw a card from this. Ben does not like that card. It's so crazy. This card is so hard for Jhoira to get rid of because it's one of those cards that it's so rough for Jhoira. Oh, Damon is forcing that, exiling a Winds of Rebuke. Interesting. Wow. Ben is giga happy about this. Not only is Damon down 2 cards, there's no more Deafening Silence. So Damon his turn is just dropping with the Foothills and passing. Alex is gonna play City of Brass into Imp Seal, but Ben decides to from one of the cards he drew, Mental Misstep it after the Deafening Silence was countered. Spicy. So he's probably on the Imp Seal that he top decked, or the Force of Will. Hey, in the end step he gets an island. Yeah, probably. Then pays for the fish. Obviously, you keep the fish around, especially on the first turns. It's so strong. Mountain, maybe? Might I create Jhoira? Oh, he git pros Damon. Interesting that it's probably because he defended the Force of Will. He defended the stop the thing, the Force of Will, but it's all interaction. It's all defense. The special card that he needs to take care of is the Elemental Blast. The Ben really cares about is the Elemental Blast because it either stops Jhoira or stops the fish. In this case, I believe it will be stopping Jhoira. There's no sense in just doing anything for Damon. He just wants to, at this point, he has nothing else. Just make land drops, and basically it's land drops on a prayer, and see what happens to that. Then plays a Volcanic Island into Arcane of Signet, and passes his turn to Ace. Ace plays, believe, is that a wild growth? I believe that's like wild growth. Yes. Then takes a damage and casts a Kataki. Holy, that's bad for Ben. That's really bad for Ben. Interesting. So Kataki reads like this. This is Kataki. Kataki is one of the better cards against Jhoira because sorry for the lack of commentary, it's just that players are discussing on what the trigger is about. If it's a Kataki trigger or an artifact trigger, but it actually is that Kataki gives all artifacts that ability that they need to sack it unless they pay 1. At this point of the game, it only really hits Ben because he's the only one with rocks, but Kataki is only going to gain value the longer the game goes because of how it reads. On Ace's end step, Damon is going to crack his wooded foothills for probably Volcanic Island. Or a Badlands, I'll probably say. Most assured is gonna be a Volcanic Island. Searching through 90 plus cards is not always easy, so I don't blame you for taking your sweet time with that one, my friend. You do you, man, you do you. It's gonna be interesting how Ben gets out of this one. Does he have a chain of vapor for the Kataki? Oh, he gets a Steambands. Yeah, makes sense. It's end step, so there's no reason to get Volcanic Island when you can get Steambands. Okay, so Damon goes to his turn, lands a Hollow Fountain, takes 2, and passes. We know that he has 3 counters in hand, so let's see what happens with that. No, he didn't pay anything. Okay. So Alex drops a Lotus and drops a Kraum, giving Ben a card because of the fish, and passes. Now, here's the important part. Kataki trigger on the stack. Is he gonna pay for them? Okay, so they're trying to convince Alex to slap Damon because he's the other Damon, he's the other 4 player. But since everyone's pressuring him, he decides to slap Ben. Okay. So there's a fish trigger on 2, and there's Kataki for all his artifacts. How's he gonna pay for this? Is he gonna tap out for this or not? Is there a brainstorm in his hand? Okay, so he decides to sacrifice the fish and tap for both artifacts, and probably making a land drop. Yeah, place a mountain, 2 Lotus into Jhoira. Ooh. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Things might happen. Not this turn, but next turn. Because I believe he will be passing this turn. Only 2 mana is not enough for Jhoira to go off. Yeah, then he passed the turn, yes. So there's no Kataki trigger for Ace. And nobody he cares about. Plays Plains, so he has 4 mana. Is it big time? And there's a pig time on the stack. There's a pig. Here we go. Piggy Piggy resolves, and he gets a forest. You can't. Oh, you get a basic forest and a basic plains. Value. Pig gives value. You get the pig killed, no worries. Every time you cast Pig, you get the lands to recast it again. Value. So passes to Damon's turn. Damon does not draw the third land and passes. Yep. And Alec goes to his turn, plays a Mystic Rainforest and cannot crack it because Piggy. Oh, sorry, it's a breeding pool? Water grave. Oh, no. So there's a discussion because he's paying 2 life to play the Shockland untapped, but he's not activating an ability. It's a trigger ability when the land enters the battlefield. So Yasharn does not affect that. Okay, and pass the turn. Ben goes to his turn, and there's a Kataki trigger on the stack, on the upkeep, that he might be paying both. Okay, so he pays for Kraum to keep their Arcane Skin up. Yeah. Okay, so he has 4 mana at this point. Our Spark's going to fly. Blood Moon. Oh, that's a Jessica's Will. Interesting. One of the new additions to Jhoira. Especially now that she's out. So he's targeting the one with the most cards. So he targets Ace, he's the one with 6 cards in hand. Please remember that there's a Elemental Blast on Damon's hand. Please remember that. And the miscast and the Fierce Guardianship that he still had. Fierce Guardianship is not playable, but that does not matter. Ben needs to answer 2 counters just from Damon that he knew about. He knows about the miscast, and he knows about the Elemental Blast. He cannot do anything about this because they're both red spells. So the Elemental Blast is not applicable at this point. So that seems like okay, so Alex makes the call that he does not have anything else. What? Oh, that's what I was talking about, the Elemental Blast into Jhoira. But does it really matter knowing that you're gonna get 6 red mana? Unless you want to snap it or something. Well, you cannot snap it, but... let's see what happens. Okay, so he was waiting for Kraum, the Kraum trigger, to see if Alex drew a card, but he didn't do anything. And now there's a second Kraum trigger because Damon cast his second card from his turn. Let me read how Jessica's Will. I have a question about this. Oh, it's when you cast it. Oh, it's when you cast it, you get both modes. He still gets 6 red. Oh, but in response, he's an Adnos. Oh. Oh. Ah, this is a song for Adnos. Hey, you don't get an Adnos, but you get a bird. Okay, so... yeah. Okay, so he gets 6 red. Oh my god, there's a whole breach heuristic study on a mana vault. It doesn't do anything. He has 6 red. Place the mana vault. Does he have the blue mana though? So he has 3 colorless and 5 red. So 2 colors and a red for a... oh, he slams a Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I like where this is going. He has 4 red and 1 colorless. This is not bad because both Alex and Damon are tapped out. In this case, they only have 3 cards each, I believe. Sorry, 2 cards. Alex has 3 in physical manship, force, and force, and Damon has two. Sorry, one force because he forced the different silence from Ace. Let's see. Does Ben draw hot from this? He needs at least one blue to cast the Hull Breacher and pray. Okay. So he pays one color and a red to play a Talisman of Creativity. Is that going to be Hull Breacher or Rhystic Study? Chances are you might be thinking about Rhystic Study since it's harder to answer. But so he pings himself and for a blue and another red for dramatic reversal and tapping all his rocks. This is gonna be good. So taps all his rocks. And now he's able to cast both Hull Breacher and Rhystic Study. Big time. Big plays. He should be at 29 because Creativity pings you each time you add color mana. As all talismans do. But he probably misremembered that and he'll be doing so at some point. The taps Mana Vault for 3 colorless and the blue from the Ken Signet. Okay, so he's a Hull Breacher. What will it be? Is it gonna be Hull Breacher still? So he has 3 colorless and 2 red floating and 2 blue open. So what will it be? So here's a Jewel Amulet. That's good with Jhoira. Then paint 2 colorless on a blue. Oh, why didn't you Hull Breach first though? Make them have it. So he discards 3 useless cards and draws a fresh hand again. And will again. Oh, there was a force negation from Alex. That's huge. That's 1 free less counter he needs to worry about. The problem is he's feeding all these Hull Breachers. Sorry, these were breaches. And that's kind of risky. Unless Ben has his own Hull Breacher and then things get spicy. But I don't recommend it because Jhoira has issues fetching enchantments. Especially in EZ, it's really hard to fetch that specific card you get. Like tutor that card. Not having black is a really big hinder. What will it be? What will be the next steps for this turn, Ben? Surprise me. Show me the way of Jhoira. What's the new way? Trailblaze, my friend. Trailblaze. I still probably would have Hull Breached into... Oh wait, no, because then he gets force negation. Was that heads up play? Or was that just saying, I want this to resolve, so I'd rather not risk it? Okay. What will it be? How will you continue your turn, Ben? Is that a chain of vapor? If that's a chain of vapor, then things gets really interesting. Well, not really, it's just like a reset of mana wall. Never mind. Here's a Mox Opal, yeah, that's free, nobody cares. Oh, he's considering about playing Jhoira before? How? You need 6 mana for recasting Jhoira. I don't think Jhoira is recastable this turn. You don't have the gas for it, I think. What will it be? He has 2... Gets... Use heuristic study. If he can generate one more mana out of this, he can also hull breach, which is huge. Oh, and pass it with that. Is it really passing with this? Okay, and red, he goes into Jewel Amulet, and the hull breach is exiled forever. I guess Damon and Alex don't need to worry about that anymore. Okay, after that explosive Tymna didn't do much, especially with like attacking play. It didn't do that much. Okay, so Ace goes to his turn, plays Mana Vault and pays 1 for the heuristic study from Ben. Tapping 3 colorless, 1 white. So he gets 1 of each color. And what's gonna be? Oh, Spirit of the Labyrinth. So Ben didn't play the Hull Breacher, but he's the white version of it. Interesting. That's cool. That's cool. This slows down the game even more. This is what I wanted for the last game of the night. Just chill. He has one green floating and a colorless. And plays an Elvish Mystic, paying for the heuristic study with the colorless. That's 5 mana total. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but Damon is taking a call. So he hopped down for a minute. So in case you guys ask, he might be back a bit. Okay, so Ben takes 4 from the pig and 2 from Kataki. I don't think that's the play because it's Jhoira. Jhoira doesn't really care about her life total. While Tymna Kraum, they both care about it since it's a NOS deck. I don't know. Okay, and then plays the Emeria Shadow Skyclave, the one that makes angels on the other side. There was a pointing out from Ben that in both of those wheels he never found a land he could play into Yasharn. That's kinda crazy. Paste it. Yeah, I guess that's it. So now we're here in a lull, waiting for Damon to finish his phone call. So I'm gonna actually take advantage of this moment and go to the bathroom. So please, guys, be completely free to skip ahead until the game goes back. It's probably around the time when you see me on this. On this square. This one you can see here. Once you see me back, then that's when the game will continue. So please, guys, feel free to do so. In fact, as I said before, I encourage this. Please, all this nonsense I'm saying, you're not forced to be witness or listening to. Hello guys, I returned just in time for Ben to take his turn. So, sorry, Damon to take his turn. Welcome back. So, Damon is starting his turn with Underground Sea into a Sol Ring and declining to pay for it. Spicy. And then plays a Grey Monolith. Okay, so he declines to pay for the study, and Ben does not draw because, hey, Spill the Labyrinth. Okay, and then Damon taps out for Kraum. Good comeback. So Alex goes his turn, drops a command tower into what will it be? What will it be? He casts a Mox Diamond, gives a card to Ben. Remember, no more Adnos. Get countered. He taps one for a fish. Then draws a card. Damon draws a card because of Karam Trega. Ooh, he's doing the crazy thing. He's tapping out for a fish into a Teferi Master of Time. Spicy. I like it. I like it. Interesting that they play. Oh, here we go. That's the Chain of Vapor for Kataki. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is good. So the thing is, there's a Kataki that is hindering Ben, but there's also Spirit of Labyrinth, and Spirit of Labyrinth already shuts down Jhoira enough. So I don't think anything's gonna happen from this. And there's some politicking going on if they protect the Kataki, which I completely disagree with. It does. Okay, this is only his end step. Okay, so here we go. So how's gonna pay for Kataki? Okay, so he keeps 2 rocks around. Katakis have been doing so much work. I do not. Yeah, that read of saying that Ben was the threat. I'm sorry, but it was not the read. If there's a Kataki and a Spirit of the Labyrinth, Jhoira is just shut down with both. It's like either or. Either or is the same. It's like they do enough by each other to stop Jhoira. And Alex even forgot to activate the fairy on his turn. Good lord. Okay. What's gonna be Ben's turn? It's gonna be land drop into Jhoira, go. That would be kinda sad, but I wouldn't fault him for it. What would it be? Come on, Ben. Give me something. Give me something. At this point, Ben is out of the game. Unless he can get something big now, I don't like Ben's chances. Because Alex is so far ahead, considering everything that's going on. Okay. Well, Spirit of the Labyrinth actually works an advantage of Ben, so he can cast multiple things and not give Alex cards to the fish. There's a Kraum trigger from Damon because that's second spell this turn. And he will probably pass from this after casting that Green Monolith. It's a proxy, but I'm just letting you guys know that that's a Green Monolith. And pass the turn. Interesting. So Alex is just flaunting us all his foil cards. He just drowns us in bling. Okay, so Ace goes to his turn. Does not maybe he's considering untapping the mana vault. Oh, it just dies. Actually, that's not true. So he doesn't lose a life from this because the trigger, the actual damage trigger, is on the draw step. Yeah, there you go. Go back to 36, my friend. There's two triggers to mana vault. It's upkeep is the untap, and draw is the one that deals you damage. So remember that. You can even respond to it. If you draw, for example, Nature's Claim, you can kill it just for 4 life and keep going. Okay, with white, it's gonna be a Grand Abolisher. The rocks and the stacks pieces and the halt is happening. There's a heuristic study. Okay, so Ben draws from heuristic study. And everyone passes with the Grand Abolisher. Okay. So in response to this, Ben activates the fairy. Okay, so that's a discussion in if they should face the Spirit of the Labyrinth, killing Teferi, but that doesn't really make any sense. Alex discards a useless land, so... Okay. Oh, that's a Shalai. That's a proxy Shalai. Just in case for you guys. Shalai, that's a lot of things for this. Shalai is forcing basically the players to have Cyclonic Rift overloaded or bust. Or having obviously 2 removals, one for Shalai and one for whatever they want to remove. Let's see what happens to this. So Ace is going to the combat phase as all the stacks pieces go. It's gonna be 5, 9 at Ben. Wow. Wow. I will probably slap Kraum there. Or Teferi. That was not the play. I'm surprised about this place, but whatever. I will force the people to be playing their Kraum or sunken it. I don't know. Unless Yasharn is that good. Okay, Damon goes to his turn. There's actually a Kataki trigger. Oh, he pays with Evil Sorry. Never mind. And tapping 3, he's gonna do Tymna. But it doesn't do anything with the Spirit of the Labyrinth. Unless it's lifelink what he's looking for. What will it be? Is he going to combat step and slapping? Oh no, just Imperial Seal. Opposition agent! Go, go, go! Nobody has it. Sad. Then he's gonna get an Imp Seal, and Imp Seal, after that he's gonna pass. Alex goes to his turn. Fish dies, Mox Diamond pays, and Green Monolith is also needs to be paid. Nope, the Green Monolith dies. Kataki has been doing so much this game. Okay, so Alex plays a Phantasmal Image, and there's a risky study in play that he will not pay for. Oh, but Ben is going to Mystical Tutor in response. And passes from it. Okay. Because once the Phantasmal Image resolves, Alex already declared that he will be copying the Grand Abolisher. So chances are we might be seeing some sparks fly. Shockingly, it would not surprise me. It's a phase out the Spirit of a Labyrinth and then just go crazy with it. It will really not surprise me. That's why the Fairy is so good in that deck. It's really good. Does so much things. Fixes your draws. Removes creatures that are problematic on the turn you want to go off. Feeds Breach. Wins you the game with the ultimate. If in two whole rounds, the Fairy does not get attacked, you get 2 extra turns. I remember the days when people played Time Stretch on Narset, and once Time Stretch resolved, people scooped to it. So that can give you some idea on what the hell's going on. So there's a Grand Abolisher in play. And here's a Breach from Alex. Oh. But there's nothing they can do. What's gonna happen? Is this it? So he exiled those 3 cards to cast a Dark Ritual. Oh, it's because he has an Ad Nos in his graveyard. He can just do it like a few times. Yeah. Does Cabal Ritual actually give you this? Does he have a threshold? So he has, let me see, 6 black from this. And then he will probably Ad Nos again. So he casts 3 more. He exiles 3 more cards for Ad Nos. I believe that will be the play. Because that Writ and Cabal Writ should be in the graveyard, but so he plays a Chromox. He plays a Chromox? I guess his graveyard is huge, so he doesn't really care. After 2 wheels, it's like, whatever. So he gets a Mox Opal. So he casts Chain of Vapor, targeting... Oh, wait. Chain of Vapor, what? Yeah. So, here's an interaction. Chain of Vapor copies, does not cast. Big mistake. Big mistake, and Alex should have lost the game there, but we are good friends and we allow him to have a rollback. This should have been a mistake. The play here was to -3 the Teferi, the Spirit of Labyrinth, and then go crazy. That was the play. But whatever. Then Alex is going to continue by Predator Grasping Damon's Fish. And then probably... Then he's going to recast Predator's Grasp. And then Tainted Pact. But does he have blue? Okay. And that's it. And then cast a fish and just... What's with that? No? Didn't even not know. He has so many options at that turn to win. Crazy. Hey, props to you, Alex. You got it. Good job, man. Good job.